Okay, yesterday was mainly boxing. We still have to talk about a huge announcement today. You already know it's Jayo Sto Sports. Got my guy Day Day again. It's just such a litty weekend. We had to hit y'all with the back-to-back episodes, man. It's only right. Mike Tyson, and I'm not talking about the coach Mike Tyson. I'm talking about that killer that was in the ring. Mike Tyson. The last time we seen him, he fought against Roy Jones Jr. And yeah, obviously his age showed. Both their age showed. And it was more of like an exhibition, nothing serious. Nobody got knocked out. But he's gonna be fighting against Jake Paul. What what does it say about Jake Paul, man?
Um, I I don't even know what to say. I don't know why Jake Paul is even fighting Mike Tyson. I don't even know why Mike Tyson is fighting again. It just feeds into that stereotype of Jake Paul only wanting to fight old men. You know, there's no reason for this fight to even be
Older
happening,
man.
especially
He's not always fighting 50 or 60-year-olds, but he's fighting
yeah,
guys that
but
are
but
older than
but you know what I mean? Like guys that are like way past, like guys that he shouldn't be fighting. You know what I mean? Like
him.
this is this is this is bad. You know, especially when you have a loss against Tommy Fury that you need to avenge. Like, what's going on?
And Tommy
But
Fury
at the
was
end of
on
the
Love
day,
Island. He was a Love Island man, reality show guy.
yeah. But at the end of the day, I guess just collect on the cash. I'm seeing it's gonna get streamed on Netflix. I'm
Ooh,
seeing Netflix is they're gonna be streaming Monday Night Raw for WWE starting
I'm
next
I'm
year.
I'm here for it.
So I guess it's an interesting shakeup. Get a bag, why not? I don't see Jake Paul going out there and knocking out Mike Tyson.
No way.
I think they'll just do some exhibition. They'll probably have some clause where they can't knock each other out, something like that. You might see Mike Tyson rock him just to have that social media moment of like, oh my gosh, Mike Tyson still has it. But I don't understand why Jake Paul would do that. And he just fought someone that nobody heard of or nobody's even heard of. And that guy looked like that was some serious gym teacher, science teacher vibes. I could not believe that that's who he was fighting.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy, I think he used to like do pizza routes or something. I know that's what Mighty Mouse said. I don't know if he was playing or being serious, but he said that on his pod. I was dead. But do you think Mike Tyson has any chance of clipping Jake Paul and knocking him out though?
No.
Okay.
Jake Paul has been training boxing for a while now. I don't. He shouldn't get clipped by Mike Tyson.
Mm.
And Mike Tyson is. Last few years, I've been seeing Mike Tyson. He's walking with a cane. He's in a wheelchair.
Whoa.
Like, yeah, he can push around in like a wheelchair. I don't think like there's anything wrong with him, but just he might have some stress on his knees. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Getting pushed around and things like that. So I don't want to see. I don't want to see Mike Tyson go in there again, especially against Jake Paul. Let him go in there against someone a little older, you know,
Yeah, man. But again,
another
sad.
retired fighter. And I just seen that Jake Paul just got ranked apparently, and like
Well, he better
different
be in the
like ranking.
hundreds.
Yeah. So what's going on now? We're fighting
But
Mike Tyson,
yeah,
and I think it just shows the unseriousness that can happen. Allowed to happen in boxing.
mm,
Like that MMA fights, you're not seeing Ilya Taporia, he's coming out, he's gonna fight friggin' BJ Penn. You know what I mean? You're not seeing that in an exhibition. There's no room for that. But Jake Paul's not like top level, but for someone to that claims they want to fight Canelo and you're calling out all these guys and then you go fight Mike Tyson. Like, come on, man. Maybe 3, 4 years ago it would have been more interesting, but Mike Tyson that when you taken that Roy Jones fight was what 3, 4 years ago? It was like,
yeah.
wow, that was a
Re-
good while ago.
Regardless, it's pathetic. Jake Paul, he's pathetic for that. And yeah, it's sad. You call out one of the best of this era, and then you resort to fighting a retired guy who is coaching now. And you guy needs to get out of here with that. At least his brother seems like he's back to reality, with his gal back doing podcasting. But Jake. Jake is off his
WWE.
steez, man. Tripping.
Even I seen something saying that Benoit Saint Denis and Jake Paul have been training. So as long they've both been training the same amount of time. So Benoit Saint Denis started training martial arts the same time Jake Paul started training boxing. And Benoit Saint Denis is fighting Dustin Poirier in the co-main event of
Hmm.
UFC this weekend.
Let's get into UFC right now, man. 299 is Saturday. Main card is unreal. Again, between 299 and 300, I don't know which one's better. 299 is crazy, man. And it's in Miami. I better see Jimmy Buckets there with Camila. She was at the game. She gave him a jersey. It was a candid moment. I like to see them things, you know? So I better see them in the crowd. You know there's gonna be stars everywhere. Let's get it going. Peter Yan against Sonya Dawn. I I'm gonna favor Son in this just because he has some nasty kicks. I don't know if you've seen the Ricky Simon fight, that left hook that just stunned him and he just looked at him after. Like he has power, man. And he beat Chito. He could easily be in the main event. He beat
Mhm.
Chito. Son and I think Uriah Faber is like in his not necessarily in his corner, but like he
Yeah,
trains.
that he trains with Team Alpha Male.
Yeah,
That Uriah
exactly.
Faber's team.
He trains with them. I think Sonya Dawn is a problem, man. And yes, we know Peter Yan has power also. It's it's gonna be tough for Peter Yan. Peter Yan's kind of he was on the high, you know. Then the next time when he faced Sterling didn't go so well. Controversial loss against O'Malley, and obviously you can't say anything about that loss against Marab. He just got outclassed. What do you think Peter Yan has to do to get a win against Yadon, and how tough is it gonna be for him?
Um, I think Piotr Jan has to really go out there and have a stay locked in, stay focused, and just maintain the distance and avoid that power that Song Yadong has.
Hmm.
And I think sometimes when even the way Corey Sandhagen was able to mix it up against Song Yadong, it you kind of see he gets frustrated. And when you see like when there's that level of striker that he has to face. So Piotr Jan comes with the high guard and he's a very solid striker. I think he should be looking to come back and bounce back and get a good statement win against a young guy in the division, especially when the belt for your division is being defended on that night. O'Malley's on the card, Vera's on the card. A guy I'd like to see him fight as well, in Marlon Vera. So, yeah, I think Marlon Vera or Piotr Jan has to maintain the distance really well and be active. Don't give Song Yadong time to really get comfortable and set you up for that big knockout. And I think Piotr Jan could sneak out a 29-28 decision. I think you may maybe lose the first round and then come back the second and third and just cook him up. Or maybe not lose the first round, but a slow first round.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you think about the Gilbert Burns Jack Maddalena fight? Maddalena actually beat a guy that's on the card that's gonna be the third fight of the night. He beat Kevin Holland, but the crowd is gonna favor Gilbert Burns. Burns is from Florida, trains with Kamaru Usman. Yes, he did lose against Bilal Muhammad, although he did suffer an injury in that fight, so it was hard for him to go forward or go through with any offense. Do you think he comes back? Do you think he's healthy? He's ready for this moment?
Uh, I think this is a fight where Father Time is gonna it's gonna be the passing of the torch, you know.
Mm.
Gilbert Burns has had a good little run at 170, but
Yeah, he has the afro out. Is that saying
yeah,
anything?
yeah, he has the afro out, but I think it's just gonna make it look cooler when Madalena hits him. I think Madalena's gonna stop him, and I didn't like the that performance. And recently I've not really been liking the performances of the OGs lately.
Hmm.
You know, a lot of them have been, I guess, kind of having these slow performances. You're seeing Usman kind of fall off. You're seeing Henry Cejudo fall off. Gilbert Burns, I already see him as someone that has some quit in him, and Madalena is very sharp on his feet. Although it was his last fight, every single time where he was trying to stuff a takedown, he was trying to lock up a guillotine. And I hope he doesn't try to do any of that nonsense against Gilbert, because Gilbert will take advantage of him real badly. I seen a clip of Gilbert Burns. He was rolling around grappling with Paddy Pimblett, and he did this like back take against the cage, like against the wall, and I was like, oh, that is sick. He has some smooth grappling, but that chin, I don't trust his chin against Madalena. I think Madalena is young and hungry, and he's coming for that guy's head. I see him winning by TKO.
And
And bye bye Gilbert.
yeah, I agree with you where you're talking about the OGs not looking good, kind of just not showing any effort, not I don't know if it's the camps are too much for them, but you even see it with Alex, right? Alexander the Great just getting finished now, man. And who would have ever thought that? Like he was running things for so long and he still says he's gonna come back. I don't know. He just needs to do what
Two
Izzy's.
knockouts in a row. He needs to chill.
Yeah.
He needs to listen to our videos and
You
listen
know
to
what
what
I'm
we say
saying?
about holding those knockouts. You know, he needs to chill.
Yeah, and
He needs to chill with it.
just like his boy Izzy. You see Izzy's in Riyadh right now, and he's
Mm,
blonded the hair. Man, bleached up the hair. So it doesn't really seem like Izzy's in any rush to come back. He needs to get on the same page as his boy. All right, man. We got some black on black action, and I'm not talking about the fight we spoke about yesterday, Francis and AJ, but Michael Venom Page, Kevin Holland. This is gonna be a fire fight. For me, this is the fight of the night, man. A lot of people probably don't know who Michael Page is because he was over there in Bellator and he hasn't really been super active as of late. And this is his
mm,
UFC debut. But when I see this guy fight, the awkwardness, the way he's unpredictable, people, it's just it reminds me of Anderson Silva. I don't know if you've
mm,
seen that knockout that he had on Derek Anderson. He was like moving side on, gave him a nasty kick, hit him in the nose, and you could hear him saying, "Oh, I broke your nose," and then throws a straight right. Eventually, Anderson's corner stopped it, but not. Venom Page is a serious man. He had a flying knee on Kelly, and he Harlem shaked after, fam. Like he's gonna show out for his UFC debut. He's a swag man.
mm.
Kevin Holland, I think I view Kevin Holland as a guy that takes risks, and sometimes doesn't always come out the way you want it. You see against Hamzat, he stepped up, got finished quickly. Against Wonder Boy, got beat. I think this is another test. I know, and you have to rate Holland for doing this, fighting these
Mm.
guys, but I I just think I think Michael Page he's here, man. Like he's here. A lot of fans probably don't know him, but he's gonna get some butts out of those seats, man.
I I'm excited to see Michael Venom Page debut in the UFC because I have a lot of respect for guys that can maintain a name and like some sort of popularity while being outside of the UFC.
Mhm.
You know, and it's cool to see him finally make his debut because he's been on the highlight reels for so long with rolling the Pokeball out after hitting Cyborg Evangelista with the flying knee and rolling the Pokeball out and doing all that stuff. He has some good highlight reels, but something that about these highlight reel guys is just like Anderson Silva, they have moments or have fights where it's just a very they're counter strikers. So if you're not gonna throw some crazy strikes at them, they're just gonna do their thing and stay at distance. and flick out a leg kick and flick out a jab, and it can be a very boring style. And I against Kevin Holland, I could see him tagging Kevin Holland, but I could also see Kevin Holland cracking him because Michael Venom Page has a dog in him, as you've seen him fight bare knuckle against Mike Perry. Although he didn't win, sometimes those bare knuckle fights, the scoring they had a sudden death round, so it was kind of shaky. But Michael Venom Page did his thing, and he has a dog in him. So
Yeah.
I don't think he has any quit in him. And although he's what 35 years old,
30,
36 years old,
36.
he's gonna making his debut, and I don't think he has championship aspirations. Just like I don't think Kevin Holland has championship aspirations. I think these are guys that you put them in the right fights, and you're just gonna get a great fight out of them. And this is that right there. I think Michael Venom Page has more to prove. This is his UFC debut. A lot of guys have said that he's a can crusher for a lot of his career, you know. So a big knockout against Kevin Holland could do him some good. But Kevin Holland at 170, he is hard and he's lanky. Two lanky strikers, and he has big power in his hands.
Yeah.
He just doesn't do there's little things like the long fight, that point fight. I could see Michael Venom Page turning it into that we're gonna stand at distance and have a point fight, and Kevin Holland just doing that kind of like when Kevin Holland he starts to just talk and act like he doesn't care and do all
Yeah.
that nonsense. And that's the stuff that really bothers me
I
about
feel
Kevin
like I
Holland
feel
is
like
because
I feel like he matured though.
but I'm saying when he loses, like when the takedowns start coming, when things like what he's in the fight with Wonder Boy and Wonder Boy is cooking him and he doesn't want to take Wonder Boy to the ground or like do anything like that could win him the fight. And it's just like that Michael Chandler mentality where it's you watch them just throw away the fight while it's happening. And with that being said, I I'll give more respect to Michael Venom Page's patience and his point fighting to carry him to a decision against Kevin Holland. But
Mhm.
I could see him dropping Kevin Holland. I could see there being like I could see him dropping Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland swings wild and tries to close the distance, and I could see Michael Venom Page hitting him. But I don't see him finishing Kevin Holland. But although if Kevin Holland can rock Michael Page, I could see him finishing him because I don't know why Michael Venom Page just looks chinny to me. And with that Douglas Lima knockout where Douglas Lima kicked out his foot because he was doing the antics and just knocked him out as he was trying to get back up, like a one of a kind knockout. But I think both guys have a little goofiness in their game that can be taken advantage of. But I trust Michael Venom Page to get the decision.
I think this is the most exciting fight of the night. It's gonna be insane. I could, if there's only one fight I catch, I hope it's this one. I'm gonna watch the whole card, obviously, but like if I had to pick to watch only one fight, it would be this one. Co-main event, Dustin the Diamond Poirier against this guy named Benoit Saint Denis. This French guy lost his UFC debut and then ripped off 5 straight wins, all stoppages. How dangerous is this guy, man? And what does it say about Dustin? Because Saint Denis is like ranked 12 or 13. And Dustin's just saying, hey, this guy's finishing everybody. This guy's showing that he thinks he's the next guy. Put me in front of him. How much respect do you give a man like Dustin to face this guy?
I give Dustin a lot of respect, but it's also about time. Justin Gaethje, Michael Chandler, Dustin Poirier, Connor. There was like a time in the 155-pound division, even Charles Oliveira, where like the same guys were kind of fighting each other, and I'm gonna beat this guy and get a title shot. I'm gonna beat this guy and get a title shot. Just Justin Gaethje or beat Poirier beats Chandler or whatever, and these guys want call for title shots. Like, nah, it's time to you lost your last fight, got head kicked. It's time to give someone young a chance to come up and make their name through the rankings. Dariush paid his respects and did it to gave Arman Saruki in the fight. Gaethje fought Fiziev and stood on business and won that fight. And now it's time for Poirier to fight Benoit Saint Denis and defend his ranking.
Mhm.
Uh, I it's a scary fight for Poirier, being that he just got knocked out, and Benoit Saint Denis is he has some scary kicks,
Yeah,
some
this
scary
last.
offense, man. He's a barbarian. His fight style is so barbaric. I did see though that Benoit Saint Denis had a staph infection.
Yo, you see that,
So
right?
yeah,
That could be bad.
yeah. So and Dustin Poirier is a fight that's a he's a fighter that will bring that dog fight out of you.
Yeah,
So if it
yeah.
goes to like that, if it goes the distance, it could look ugly for Benoit Saint Denis. And the moment of being in the co-main event against Dustin Poirier, that could crush him. But with that being said, I seen Benoit Saint Denis against I think it was Ishmael Bonfim, one of the Bonfim brothers. And he, as soon as the fight starts, body kick, body kick, body kick, broke his arm in the first round, then just takes him down and finishes him and dismantles him. He has a very strong style. He's a very powerful fighter, and I see Dustin Poirier as someone that can be broken. The Michael Chandler fight, he was holding licks. Connor fight, holding licks. Even though he finished Connor, but and finished Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler, same thing where he'll just do this random thing that'll just make him lose a fight. Holding licks. Then the Gaethje fight, you get knocked out. I think it's a scary situation. He's talking about retirement soon, and this is the ending stage of his career. And when fighters are in that retirement mode, I can't trust them no more. I can't trust them no more. When DC was in retirement mode, you seen his final fight against Stipe Miocic, just looked flat. Did not look the same. Uh, Last weekend there was some fighters retiring on the card and just looked flat, and it was not a good look. So I think he'll hang him up if he loses this, which I think he could lose this fight, and he retires after this loss and hangs him up. I don't see him going the Tony Ferguson route, and you can't stick around in the 155-pound division. I don't. It's 170, 185. Those divisions to me have more room for those fun fights. At 155,
Too much,
it's just dangerous right now.
too much
It's too
action.
dangerous to play that game.
Too much action.
Yeah.
Way too much action. And yeah, Poirier's last fight against Gaethje, he took that head kick. And Benoit Saint Denis' last win was a brutal head kick. Coming off like a clench on the ground, and as soon as he got up right away, not even no stare down, no squaring up, right away, as soon as they got off the mat, head kick, game over. This guy's a problem. And you hear how he speaks too. Like this guy has that voice. He just sounds like Bane from Batman. He sounds
Yeah.
like Darth Vader. It's a serious voice that's all business. Yeah, this is my second favorite fight to watch on Saturday. I can't wait to watch this fight. It's gonna be absolutely fireworks. Okay, main event. Chito, Sugar Sean. This is a rematch. Yes, Sugar Sean lost, but I mean, he got hurt. Like his knee gave out, and Chito just took advantage. But yeah, that was his only loss. That's his only loss on his record. Chito, I don't really think deserves this fight because we seen what Sandman did to him. And the crowd loves Cheeto. He had the crowd behind him. They're all cheering for him, and he could not put together any offense. Sandman just smothered him, took advantage, and yeah, he did get a win against Munoz, and I guess one win is good enough for you to get a title shot. But we all know the only reason he's getting it is because he beat Sugar Sean because he does not deserve to fight for the title, especially right now.
Yeah.
I got the Sugar Show taking this, man. I don't
Um.
I don't even think this is going the distance. I got the Sugar Show within three max. Could finish it early, I think. Sugar's just too quick, man.
I was thinking about it earlier in the week, and I was thinking I think Chito Vera was like doing his thing in the first fight. Like he got to him and kicked out that leg and finished him on the ground. But even while his O'Malley's leg was kicked out, he was still cooking
Mm.
Chito Vera. And Chito Vera, you're getting outstruck by Dominic Cruz, Rob Font. But although you end up knocking them out, it's like if you're gonna take that many shots against Sean O'Malley, it's gonna be very scary for you. And O'Malley's leg has been kicked. I that his leg has been kicked out before. That's not the first fight I've seen him get his leg kicked out. He fought an Asian fighter and he got kicked in the leg, but the guy kept taking him down, even though O'Malley was legitimately against the cage standing on one foot. And O'Malley got the decision because he had already won 2 rounds.
Yeah.
But uh yeah, I see it being a very slow fight. I don't see I don't see Cheeto getting knocked out because Cheeto's chin is so strong, but I also don't see him finishing O'Malley. I think it's just going to be a kickboxing match, and you're going to see O'Malley just outpoint him to a 5 round decision. Or maybe you get a late stoppage if he's busting up Cheeto very badly, because Cheeto doesn't get a lot of marks on his face, but he eats a lot of shots. Or
Yeah.
you take like he gets outstruck in a lot of fights.
Pure fights. That beard be hiding.
Yeah, it's tough. But with that being said, I see O'Malley winning a decision, and then
Mm.
his title reign comes to an end
After Marab.
after Marab, and then
Gonna be a wrap, no more.
yeah, I
Mm.
age Marab out a little bit more. See, hopefully that chin gets a little bit weaker. You see Mas tapping it. Henry already tapped it in the last fight, so
Yeah.
hopefully O'Malley can get that, hit him with that same strike he hit Aljo with. Put
Yeah.
Ray Longo's camp out of business.
Nah, Marab will destroy Sean O'Malley, man.
Yeah,
Like Henry Cejudo is an Olympic gold medalist in wrestling. And you've seen what Marab did, holding him, lifting him up across the cage and throwing him down to the mat.
yeah.
That doesn't even make sense. How's that possible? You're doing that to a guy with those accolades. Marab's different. And you see Marab slowly but surely getting a little bit more into the
More
media,
personality.
doing fun stuff with Nina. You see what
Yeah,
Marab's doing now, right? I
yeah,
love
yeah,
it,
yeah.
bro. I love it. That's how you get the road to the gold, man.
Yeah, enough of
Show your
like
personality.
I'm low key happy that Aljo isn't the champ anymore because Merab, fight for a belt, bro. Stop beating all these contenders for no reason. You could have had the belt a while ago.
Mm,
He should be fighting in this fight right now,
hmm.
in the main event. But you say nonsense like you'll wait a whole year for a title shot so Aljo can get a rematch, and that's exactly what ended up happening to you. You have to wait a whole year, and Aljo's not getting a title shot. But you just say that stuff that pisses Dana off, and it also annoys me because I I rate it if mans don't want to fight each other. If you say, for example, like you guys are two fighters that aren't on a collision course, then okay, fine.
Like
But
like
your
Usman or
homie has the
is.
belt, yeah, like homie or Usman and Gilbert Burns, your homie has the belt. Okay, it's time to fight. But I don't want you saying stuff like, "What? You're just gonna be wiping out all the competition before Aljo even gets to fight them now? Like, what's going on?" So it's a sad thing for Jamaica, but Jamaica. We still have Leon Edwards and Jamal Hill is making his return against
Yo, don't
Perez. So,
sleep on Michael Venom Page, bro. He has that half yard blood,
oh
yard in
yeah,
his
yeah, yeah,
blood.
yeah, yeah, you're right.
Half
Yeah,
yard
yeah,
in
yeah.
his blood. Trini and yard. Yeah, man. But yeah, that's what we have for y'all. Talked about the boxing yesterday. UFC today. It's about to
Yes, sir.
be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, hey, tell the people, man. They gotta wake up. They can't think Friday is gonna be fights in the night. It's in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
Y'all gotta make sure right after work, y'all are tuned in. Obviously, Saturday night, UFC, regular time. But it's Jayo Sto Sports. Y'all subscribe. Y'all like, share, tell a friend, tell a friend. Day came through again. You already know what we do. We let y'all give y'all the business. We out.
yeah.